What's good, people? You know who it is. It's your boy Hustler 88. If you haven't seen my channels, then you need to get off my channel. But anyway, I'm just joking. But this your boy Hustler 88. Welcome to this channel where I present gaming news. If I have a chance to, I've been busy a lot. I'm in college now. I take classes online and the whole nine. But this is not what this video is about. This video is about my impressions and my thoughts on E3 2014 for Microsoft conference. And I would have to say, like, I'm so I'm so proud of Microsoft because, during the past couple of years, Microsoft has not been doing good lately in terms of, how they present, their games and how they presented at E3 and the presentation for their upcoming next gen, which is the Xbox One. Last year's conference, they only showed like entertainment, and it was irrelevant to the gaming community, what the gaming community wants, what the consumers want. But this year is a lot more better than last year, and I would have to say bravo to Microsoft for doing that, because Microsoft has been showing a lot of games lately. They actually produce a lot of good games, and they produce a lot of IPs as well for this year's E3 conference. I can't say too much about Sony because Sony, they've been doing pretty good lately in terms of the sales and how they interact with the consumers, etc. But this is not what this video is about. This video is not about Sony conference. This video is about Microsoft. Tell me what you guys think about the camera that I have. Pretty much this camera that I have right now is a Canon T5i. It has better pixels. It's HD. I'm recording at a cinematic view. I don't know too much about it. I'm not a perfectionist at understanding about cameras, but I'm learning. I'm gradually learning each year. This is gonna be a long video because since I'm doing a review on this, it's gonna be a very long video. But first thing I want to go into, I'm actually using my iPad. First thing I want to go into, the first thing they showed was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Each year, they sell, like when it comes to their games, they sell a lot of good games and they make money off of it. Activision makes good money off of Call of Duty because everybody buy it, even though it's not a good, game to play. I mean, they bring out, different concepts and different ideas in terms of the gameplay. When I saw the gameplay, when I first saw it, like, I wasn't really too hype about it, but they showed like it was compatible to like with Halo 5, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 2, Titanfall, etc. I mean, they even combine it into like a movie. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's something like Call of Duty. I mean, they combine it to like G.I. Joe. I mean, it's just the whole nine. But when I saw the gameplay, I was like, they're gonna do more. They're gonna, like, their story, based on the game, like the story is gonna be really good. In terms of the gameplay, I hope they're gonna have a better gameplay. I hope the mechanics is better, because it's just a first-person shooter. It's not the third-person shooter. This is basically a first-person shooter, and this game is going to be absolutely good. But I'm not like too hype about it. I don't have high hopes of it, but I hope, like the multiplayer, I hope they fix that, because they had like technical issues in terms of people getting kicked off. I mean, the camping part of it I didn't like, because they just shoot you like out of nowhere. You don't know like where they shoot you at, but I hope they fix that. I hope it's a lot more better than last year. Call of Duty Ghosts, I haven't finished the whole game. Pretty much I didn't have like any problems with the game. I like the game pretty much. Call of Duty Ghosts is a really good game. The storytelling, like, it's just really good. I was so impressed by it. But yeah, I hope like they bring out the A game. I hope they bring out more games of it. The graphics, when I first saw the trailer, like the graphics was like pretty dope in terms of the gameplay. When I first saw it, I was confused about what is this game about? Like, what is this about? Pretty much, this game is just compatible, everything. But I hope that they bring it out like this fall, because it's going to come out at the end of the year. But I hope it's going to be something that's something different that we never seen before. That's in the table. But what's the next thing to show? I gotta move on to another set. Now is Forza Horizon 2. I'm not really into racing games, but this game right here, it got me to wanting to get the Xbox One. I don't want to get the Xbox One right now because, you know, I'm kind of skeptical. I'm still kind of skeptical of wanting to buy it. They don't produce a lot of good games. Then PlayStation, because PlayStation, they produce a lot of good games. Forza Horizon 2, like, I like how they construct the game. I like how they construct the game. I like how the mechanics is looking when it comes to the driving, in terms of the animations, etc. I'm not really into Horizon. I'm not really big into it, but you know, this game is a really dope game. You know, it's really dope. It's supposed to come out like sometimes like in October. I think it's in October. I'm not too sure, but it's supposed to come out in October. I can't really say too much about it. And let's go to the next one, Evolve. Like, when I first saw the game, I said to myself, like, I was at art, I'm like, dang, look at the graphics, yo. Like, the graphics look so, like, incredible. Like, you can tell based on the game, like, when you get your hands on it, you can tell, like, you can have fun doing it. You can have fun playing the game without getting bored. You're gonna definitely encounter zombies and different, you know, monsters, and the animation is like, it's crazy. Like, at first when I looked at the title, right? When I first looked at the title, I said to myself, this is gonna be a waste of money buying the game, and it's not gonna be worth buying it, and I'm not gonna like it. You know, it's gonna be boring. Etc. But when I first saw the gameplay of it, I said to myself, like, my mouth started dropping. Like, my mouth was watery when I saw it. I'm like, dang, this got to be, I have to get this game. But the next thing they showed was Assassin's Creed Unity. This is one of my favorite ones that they showed for the Microsoft press conference. The AI is very smart in this game. Throughout the previous games, this is my second. I'm definitely gonna get this game, but actually, Assassin's Creed is actually my first game that I purchased. I never even played Assassin's Creed before, but Assassin's Creed Black Flag, it had a lot of good AI. Like, the AI was very smart, and you know, people would react, people would interact, people would communicate. The whole nine. But with this game right here, it's just like they brought it to a whole nother level where I'm not too sure if it's actually the multiplayer or it's actually the single player. If it is a single player, this is definitely going to be like a good game to play, and you're definitely not going to be bored playing it. The AI, like, for example, one of the protagonists had attacked the enemy, and when they attacked the enemy, all the crowds were pretty much like was running, and that is very intellectual when it comes to the graphics, etc. The whole nine. They showed the gameplay. I wish that they could show a little bit more of it, but let's move on to the next one. They showed Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm not really too sure about this game. I'm not really interested in this game. I can't say too much about it, but the graphics is okay. I like the game. You know, I can't say too much about it. Let's go to the next one. Sunset Overdrive. This is like the IP for this game, for the Microsoft conference that they showed. And when I showed it, like they showed it, and it was really funny. Like they put like the animation to it, and then they combined the sense of humor, the comedian side of it. And based on the gameplay, like I was just like, man, I gotta get this game. Like this also made me want to get the Xbox One because of this game. And you know, you can encounter different zombies, and they like, it's not like realistic like the open world, but it's something like Dead Rising. It's pretty much like that. The game is just like, wow, like it's just animated. I mean, you can just do this. You can just do too much. It's just so much you can do, and with this, it's just like, wow. They combined it into like Crash Bandicoot, and I played that game for the PlayStation, and that was like, it was really dope when it comes to the graphics and everything. But this game, like, it made me want to get the Xbox One, and props for that. It's supposed to come out in October this year, and I'm really excited about that. What else did they show? They showed the Dead Rising game, where it's just DLC pretty much. I haven't played Dead Rising, but you know, I wasn't really impressed by the graphics of it because it looks like the last gen. But they brought out like Street Fighter, and they combined it to one where you can just play, I mean, different characters in the game, and I mean the whole nine. Like I wasn't like really impressed by it, but you know, I like how they constructed it into one game. You can just encounter different zombies, and you use different characters to use your superpowers in this game. Like at the middle of it, like I was just so bored to the point where, can we move on please? Like I'd be like, can we move on please? Like it just came to the point where it just got boring like in the middle of it. What else they showed? They showed Fantasia, Music Evolved, and then Central Spotlight. I'm not going to say too much about it because, you know, I don't play those type of games. Let's move on. Fable, Legends, not interested. I don't play those type of games like that. What else they showed? Project Sparks, not really interested in those games. Like, Project Sparks, I like the animation towards it. The only thing I like about it was the graphics and the animation, and you can just pretty much do everything with it. It says it's just like the Zelda game, and this is pretty much like a Zelda game for this Project Sparks. You know, I'm not really into those type of games, but it's something like that. But I like the graphics to it, I like the animation towards it, and that's all I can say about it. What else? Ori and the Blind Forest. Now that game, like, I'm really impressed by the animation of it, the graphics. It's just like the PlayStation, like, I forgot the name of the game, but it's similar to the PlayStation, like, Plus. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, you can pretty much get free games, a lot of free games. I like how Sony has, you know, value the customers more, the consumers more in terms of, you know, presenting games each year, free games each year. When it comes to this game, I like how it's directed, and you know, I like the graphics, I like the animation, I like the environment. I just can't say too much about it. Another thing I like about the Microsoft conference is Halo 5. Like, they showed a sneak peek of Halo 5, and they said it's supposed to be 60 frames per second, and that is really like mantras. That is really crazy. That is really ridiculous when it comes to the faster paced game. I mean, I hope they show it like at the end of this year, but they showed they showed the multiplayer, and I was really dope about it. It's really dope. The multiplayer is really dope. The Master Chief Collection, where it just pretty much combined like all the Halo games into one. That's like one of my favorite. I haven't played Halo games before, but this makes me want to get the Xbox One because it's supposed to be 1080p, like better pixels, higher definition pixels, and I haven't even played it. So if I get the Xbox One and if I get Halo, the Master Chief Collection, it gives me the opportunity to get familiar with like the gameplay, the graphics, etc. But I'm really I'm super excited about Halo 5, and they produce some quality games when it comes to Microsoft, but Sony, when it comes to exclusive, they produce the most games. They produce a lot of good games when it comes to Sony. I mean, they make millions of dollars each year for making those type of games, like different companies making a game for Sony, etc. What else they showed? Inside. When I saw that game, I said to myself, oh my God, I am in awe of what I'm seeing right now. It just, they showed a lot of animated games, and I'm just so in awe of what I'm seeing. The graphics is just so insane. I can't say too much about it. I'm just so impressed by this. Really, it's just, it's a third-person game. This game is I know it's an IP. It's gotta be the IP. The Inside is actually an IP, a new game that they brought out for the Microsoft conference, and I'm really excited about the game, and I'm really impressed by it. The animation is really sick. It's really dope. They venture it into one game, and I'm really excited about it. What else they showed? Another thing that I liked it the most was Rise of Tomb Raider. When I saw the gameplay, they didn't show the gameplay, but I hope they show the gameplay. It's gonna come out the holidays of 2015, and I'm really excited about it. And when I first saw the trailer of it, I said to myself, oh my God, look at the graphics. I was gonna go out my seat right now. I was gonna holler and scream, wow, I just can't believe it. I just can't believe the graphics is so high. It's just so real in depth. The animation, how Lara Croft, she looks so real in real life. It looks like a real person when it comes to the graphics. And I haven't even played Tomb Raider, the previous one for the Xbox 360 for the last gen. And that game right there, it was just so fun to the point where the only thing I didn't like about the game was the multiplayer, because the multiplayer it sucked, and they didn't polish it at a certain way. They didn't polish it good enough so that people can have fun and people can be able to enjoy it, because the mechanics had problems, it had technical issues, etc. But when it comes to the campaign, it was so phenomenal. I haven't even finished the game, and that game is so crazy. You can do stealth missions, and it's just the whole nine. It's crazy. And that game right there is one of the sickest games of all times. Different people, different consumers have different aspects when it comes to the cover of a female protagonist, and people saying that it's sexist. The whole nine. But no matter who it is, no matter what it is, I'm still gonna embrace it. It's just based on the quality of the game. What else they showed? Witcher 3, Wild Hunt. I'm not really into those type of games, but when I saw the graphics, I said to myself, oh my god, they took it to a whole nother level. Like the environment, like it seems so realistic. The mechanics, the effects of it. I mean, the whole nine. You can just actually use blood to turn into something that's wood, and they turn into a fireplace. I mean, it's the whole nine. It's just they ignite the fire, and that is crazy. Like you can just do so much to this game. I just can't say too much about it, but this game is just like Witcher Hunt. I mean, you can just pretty much do a lot of good game. I mean, do a lot of things based on the gameplay. When it comes to like the fighting mechanics, the techniques that they use to fight against different enemies, the whole nine. I mean, you can just use your magical powers to just destroy, different enemies. But I just can't say too much about it because I haven't got my hands on it. But I wouldn't say this is a must-have, but this game is just pretty much the game that you should look out for in the near future. What else they showed? Phantom Dust. This is like a new IP for the game, and they showed the trailer of it, and I have to say, like, this is really good. Like, Microsoft is really doing a good job when it comes to, the gameplay in terms of the mechanics, in terms of, different companies promoting the games for Microsoft. And this game right here, like, they brought it to a whole nother level. Like, they brought something that we never even seen before in terms of the trailer of the game. I don't know too much about it, but it's something like Street Fighter, and it's something like Tekken 5, and you can tell based on the graphics, it's just like Injustice. I mean, they combined it to one. I just can't say too much about it. The woman is pretty much, as you saw at E3, they showed like the magical blooming of, her fighting techniques, her fighting powers to, go compete against another guy. I don't know the guy's name, but this game, like, I have high hopes that it's going to be just like Injustice. I can tell based on the gameplay, it's going to be just like Injustice. I mean, but Mortal Kombat X10, like, it is way better. Like, this is a whole nother topic, but it's way more better. It's way bigger. They have the X-ray vision. I mean, the whole nine, etc. Tom Clancy Division. Like, this is like one of my top 5 anticipated games of 2014, but unfortunately they pushed it back to 2015. But I'm not too really mad about that. But this game right here is like, the graphics is so crazy. Like, the mechanics is crazy. Like, the environment, like the effects of it. I mean, the whole night, like, every time when you shoot something, like if you try to shoot one of your enemies, right? The car, like the effects of it, is like you can actually see the physics. Like, you can actually see window shields being broken. You can actually see tires being broken. I mean, it's flat. Like, the tires be flat, and I mean the whole nine. It's just ridiculous. Like, the game mechanics, the way they structured, like how the players are structured, like, it's just so real. Like, I just can't say too much about it. I don't know if this is the single player, the campaign, or either the multiplayer. But I'm guessing it's the multiplayer or either the campaign. If it is the multiplayer, this gotta be the game of the year of 2015. This has to be the game of the year. What else they showed? They showed Scalebound. This game, like, it's just like Dragon Age Inquisition, but it's a lot more different. I can't say too much about it, but this game is really dope when it comes to the graphics. You encounter different dragons, and the protagonist that's in the game, it turns into a dragon at the end, and that's really dope. And I have high expectations that it's going to be a good game, and I hope they bring out their A game when it comes to the mechanics, and they need to show gameplay to actually give me a feel of what I want in the game. But Scalebound is a really dope game. I can't say too much about it, but it's really dope. Crackdown. Now, people were saying like Crackdown is really a good game when it comes to the storytelling, the mechanics, the gameplay, but they showed the trailer, but unfortunately they didn't show the gameplay. If they showed the gameplay, it would have got me to the point where I would have like said to myself, I gotta get this game. Like, this has to be the game that I need to play. But I didn't really have high hopes of it, because I didn't have like the high expectation that I just said to myself like, wow, I gotta go get this game. Like, I have to get this. But this game, Crackdown, based on the graphics, based on the gameplay, they didn't show the gameplay, but based on the trailer of the game, like, it's really dope. I mean, it's multiplayer. I heard it's multiplayer, but unfortunately, they need to show gameplay. If they show actual gameplay at E3, I would have said to myself, I would have like want to go get it. But anyway, I think that's it. And tell me what you guys think about this video. Leave your thoughts. I know this video was long, but it's all good. Tell me what you guys think about the video. Leave your thoughts, comments, like, subscribe, etc. And I'm out. Deuces. Peace.